Okay, so it is finally happening. A Q&A video on this channel which I never thought is gonna happen. And this time I'm trying a multi-angle camera approach which I have no clue how it is actually going to turn out because I've never done it before. So if it is good, we are gonna have it. Otherwise, so I asked you guys back a week ago that send in your questions, LinkedIn comments, YouTube comments, my newsletters, YouTube video section. And I got around 50 or 60 questions. So I have filtered out 8 or 9 questions in here, which will eventually cover everything. But if you are somebody who sent me a dedicated email, I'll get back to you there. And so that's not a problem. If you aren't on my email list, the link is right in the description. You can join here. And off we go to the first question. So the first question is from Jeet. Hi Vaibhav, I've been following you for several months now, or maybe a year. It has been more than a year, Jeet. I remember who all follow me on LinkedIn. Love the direct and brutal honest approach that you adopt for your content. Yep, I watched one of your recent YouTube videos the other day. You shared your preferences for outbound over inbound and how you used to send 10 emails every day or 300 emails a month. Honestly, I agree that if we send so many emails every day, we can easily get a 2 to 3% conversion rate. But I'm very curious about one thing. How can I find so many people to send the emails? I mean, 100 unique emails, okay, people a month seems very difficult to me. Is there some basic technique or method that I'm not aware of? I would love if you could give me some tips on that, mainly about how to find the right people to send the pitches to. I want to really get into outbound now, and this will really help me get a better idea of how things work there. Well, Jeet, first of all, thanks for waiting for a couple months because it has been 30 days. You sent it on July 1st. And I am sure you would be here because I told you that your question is going to be answered in here. Now, when first thing that you mentioned about sending those 300 emails a month, I did it. And the reason I could actually do that is because the industry I am in, the crypto industry, we have got 10,000s of projects. So the project quantity is exceeding 10,000. And the plus point I have is that I can cater to literally every niche, every sub niche, every sector, subsector, subsector. So I can cater to everything that is in crypto, Web3, DeFi, blockchain. So I could reach out to people. In my case, that wasn't a very big problem. But in your case, so I have no clue like what service you are in and what all you are doing. Try to go for tools. Ask people in your industry who are at a better level what tools work for you, because I can tell you some general tools to scrape out emails like Hunter.io and all that stuff, but that's not gonna be useful. The number one trick in doing all this is you ask people who are in your industry, who are at a bigger level than you, who are at a level that is far ahead of yours. Get in touch with them, ask them, and they're gonna help you out in it. Because the question is very genuine. There are not many niches where you can actually scrape out 200, 300 unique emails a month. So in my case, it was very simple. Like I have this list right up here. If I'll just scroll down and down, this is just one page. This is one page. I don't know how clear it would be, but yep, this is just one page. I can scroll down to 100 such pages and I'll find potential client everywhere. Because in cold DMs, you do not have a competition. In inbounds, you may have a competition, but when you are applying to a certain job posting, you are short competing with a competition. Now, I don't know how actually this multi-angle stuff is going to come out, because one time I'm here, another moment I'm here, and the questions are here. And above that, my health. Oh, it's on a scale of 1 to 10, my health right now is 10.5. It's around 1. Second question from Shoaib, and that is, I want to start freelancing but having trouble to get customers. Yeah, that's it. Bro needs to hesitate. No, jokes aside. Oh, this is too direct, man. Like how can I tell you, like, if you start freelancing but you have trouble to get customers? So I can give you generic advices, because number one thing, I don't know what you are doing. I don't know what all you have done. I don't know what is working out for you. I have no clue what you did in the past that has worked out for you or not. I don't know if you're a beginner, intermediate, advanced level guy. I've got nothing specific from your end. Then why did I included this? Because basics actually work. And the simple answer to this question would be pick a skill, choose a niche, and just go all in that. Now you say that you are having a hard time finding customers. You are always going to have that hard time in finding those customers, because those customers are not alone. Many people are chasing those customers. Filter out channels. It can be outbounds, it can be inbounds, it can be via email, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Reddit, Discord, Telegram. Clients are everywhere. Craft a very solid pitch. Run it by someone who you trust, who can give you good advice. And then just send out. Send out the pitches. Try it. And let me sort this thing here for once and all. You guys think I preach about sending 30 emails a day, so how many do I send out? Look at the dashboard. Okay, just wait a second. Let me pull this shit right up here. This is YouTube. This is none of your stuff. MAIL. Okay. Dashboard. Yep. Okay, let me sort this thing right here. So you think I have to blur this shit. Now I go to email productivity. I filter out and select last 30 days. In the last 30 days, I have sent out 24 emails. So you that's right in front of you. I sent out 24 emails from my email ID to potential clients. Yet after being in the industry for so long, the hunger isn't ending. Why should it end? Okay, so thanks to Shoaib, you guys actually got to see my mail suite dashboard. Not gonna think that's gonna happen really often because I tend to keep my things private. Now, moving on to the next question. That is from Gauri. Okay, so this is kind of big. Like this is the one thing that if you ask me what I want this kind of trust that people are actually able to share so many things with me. Hi, so first things first, love your videos. Thank you so much. Thank you. Literal blushing. They are a goldmine of information. I try to follow them as much as I can. Okay, that's great. I was freelancing for a while till time I got a job as a content writer at a company near my place. I'm gaining good experience here, but I'm worried. My husband works in the government sector and it's very likely he will receive his transfer orders next year. It may be a remote area and I'm not sure I'll find a regular job like I have been here. I am worried if I'll be able to find amazing clients via freelancing. What extra skills should I learn so that I can leverage better opportunities? Also, I was looking forward to learn copywriting as my current day job demands that I write long form content, FB, ads, and email copy. Could you recommend any course or resource for this? Okay, so for resource, I'll reply to this email. By now, you might have even gotten it by the time this video has gotten out. Apart from that, you said you want to learn copywriting, and the first thing is that you will be able to find clients or not, and what extra skills should you learn. First things first, Gauri, there is no surety that you are going to get clients or not. That's one thing. There is no surety at this point of my career as well. Even I do not have the surety that whether I'll be having those clients or not after a month, 2 or 3 or not, the ones who are not on a retainer basis. So for that, you need to work on your personal profile on LinkedIn because like these guys don't know, but I know that you are on LinkedIn. So you got to be more active over there. That's for sure. And for content writing, since you are getting good experience, I'll say try to see the bigger picture apart from your department, what all the organization is doing and all that stuff. Because since you got near your place, so I'm assuming it is an on-site job. In an on-site job, you are going to interact with a lot of people, build good connections, because these people, if they switch jobs from one company to another, and you never know, networking works like wonder. So it is kind of the eighth wonder. Network with these people as much as possible. Now regarding what skills you should learn: graphic designing, video editing, too much in demand. AI can't actually replace it, can't replace the creativity. Content writing you are already doing. For copywriting resources, I'll share across. Like I have a few YouTube channels and all that stuff. If you guys want it, write it down in the comment section. So I can share it with you as well. But yeah, Gauri, that's pretty much it. Like this should be enough. And about the surety part, I would still suggest build as much network offline as possible, because you are kind of in an on-site job. You can make good connections, when those connections could spread the word and can help you in the longer run. Apart from that, just buckle up your LinkedIn and start creating content and attract clients inbound. I'll not say freelancing sites and all that stuff, but yeah, try as much as possible to build solid connections both online and offline. I'll focus majorly on offline because the word of mouth is actually pretty strong therein. And another thing before leaving, it may be a remote area, but consider it a possibility that you might end up in a better place as well. Like I'll say, like I don't know much about the job, the nature of the job, what kind of hours it demands, and like the field it is in. But yeah, like try to look at the other aspect as well. Like hope for the best and prepare for the worst. Fuck yeah, Shakespeare. Now let us move on to the next question, and that is from who? Okay, the next question is from Gurpreet, and these are kind of okay. There are four questions. That's nice. My biggest problem is to how to create content on LinkedIn that gets me clients. Okay, so in order to create content on LinkedIn that gets you clients, the number one thing is stop creating content for 1 week. Engage with as many accounts as possible for that particular week, because engagement is gonna help you. And I guess there is something related to it. So I'll just get back to you after reading the questions. Okay. I'm doing a full-time job and I'm unable to engage with my target audience. As far as I know, engagement is a two-way road. So glad I actually recalled it, because otherwise the whole thing would have been a lot messier for me to explain. Third is how do you find clients? Ah, that's interesting. And fourth is how to stay consistent on this platform. And could I check your profile? Okay. Let us get on point number 1 and 2 first. Now see, if you want to get clients from LinkedIn, number one thing is you gotta engage. Because with engagement, I guess most of you know it, but I still have to point it out because I'm Vaibhav and I'll point out the obvious first before going deep. The number one thing is you need to engage with people so that you appear on their connections timeline. So it is simply like that if I like someone's post, my audience on their feed will see it that Vaibhav.eth likes this post. So you got to appear on as many people's posts as possible. Second thing, any one of you who want to get client from LinkedIn, you need to get is start a newsletter. And I know my energy levels and other would be feeling a little bit off this time, but as I told you, health and optimal, but work has to be done anyhow. Start a newsletter. That's number one thing, because newsletter has a wider set of reach. And anyone, like if you are active on LinkedIn, you would have seen that you would see many times in your network section you have this, that ABC invited you to subscribe to their newsletter or follow their newsletter. Let me tell you this, ABC actually doesn't even know you exist. Whenever you build a new connection, LinkedIn automatically sends out this notification, and if you hit the follow button, you follow that newsletter. So start your newsletter as soon as possible, because it has a good international reach. I have myself got 3-4 clients from my newsletters, which I am not very active as well. Like I'm not active on my LinkedIn newsletters now. Second is I'm doing a full-time job and I'm unable to engage with. No, see, engagement is a two-way street, and on LinkedIn you cannot succeed without engagement. I've tried it firsthand myself for the last 1.5 years. If you do not engage, the algorithm doesn't pushes your content and your reach becomes stagnant to the very hardcore audience that you have built over time. So in my case, that is around 30 to 40 people on LinkedIn who know me particularly well and who will show up for me. And that's the same case now. I am also trying to be active again, because I have my hands in literally a lot of things right now, and LinkedIn has taken a backseat in the last 1.5 or 2 years. Third is how do you find clients? So for this, let us try a transition. Third is how do I get clients? Now see, that is a very difficult question for me to answer, because earlier I could have just said that I reach out to people, people reach out to me, because these are the channels like outbounds, inbounds. Now I never set up my inbound channel. It just happened. And then the way it happened is now even I have no clue what is happening, how it is happening. Like if I pull out, when was the last time I was actually active on LinkedIn? Can I pull that stuff out? Yeah. Okay. So like in terms of activeness, I mean, what was the last time when I posted something on my newsletter? And that is back in a year ago or something like that. Yeah. So see, why is this app so stupid? It doesn't open. This is so silly, stupid shit. Okay, so the last newsletter that I published, it was 6 months ago. The one before that I published was 1 year ago. Consistency king for a reason. And the problem is, and that's not a problem. The funny part is, people are reading this newsletter that was published in 2022 or 2023, and they are reaching out to me in 2024 for that thing. That's one channel. Secondly, a lot of my clients, they are coming directly from my website and word of mouth. For sure, like my word of mouth is very strong nowadays in the international markets because I have delivered credible results and I have good testimonials backing up. So that's one channel. Outbound, as I told in the earlier part of the video, I am still reaching out to people on an everyday basis, so I just don't lose that habit and I still have that edge over the majority by reaching out into no competition zones, which is the email, because not many people reach out there. So my main channels would be these only. And now let us get to the very last part. What was that? I can recall it. Yep, it was how to stay consistent on this platform. Look, consistency, the more you try, the more you fail. With consistency, it's as simple as that. Just build it a habit. People say engage 1 hour or LinkedIn, like I also say it, so it's very easy. 15 minutes in the morning, 15 in the afternoon, 15 evening, 15 night, sorted. That's pretty much it. If you are somebody like me who sleeps in the morning, wakes up in the afternoon, 15 minutes afternoon, 15 minutes evening, 30 minutes midnight, sorted. Okay, next up we have this email from Rahul. Hey Vaibhav, hope you are doing well. Yep, I'm doing good. I have one thing that's bothering me, and this email from your side help me felt a bit relaxed. Okay. I recently restarted my journey on LinkedIn with a new initiative in the niche of my calling climate change sustainability. But as soon as I adopted for the profile optimization services, I realized that relying on one niche alone won't help me get opportunities in the long run. So is it really advisable to go for profile optimization with 2-3 different niches in my services list? Wouldn't it confuse the audience if the niche are particularly contrasting? Like say I'm into sustainability one and I opt psychology as my second niche. How do I find the best combination, as it took me 3 years to find one niche that I'm truly interested in? Damn, this shit is tricky, bro. Okay, so me being me, let me get into the zone. First of all, when I see this climate change sustainability, I don't know why just this clip appears in my mind.
And they blocked the road. What? There's climate change activism, Extinction Rebellion. Yeah, I'll show you an extinction.
Tends to happen. I can't do anything, but yep. So I'll not show you an extinction, but all personally, I do not give a very specific set of advices until unless it is in the paid consultancy and all that stuff. Because see, I have no clue. Honestly speaking, I have no clue about your journey and all that stuff. It took you 3 years to find a niche. And now after 3 years, when you are asking me for this advice right here now, deep inside in the back end, it goes to me like, if I say something and you start following it, and I do not know that kind of context here, and I give you an advice and you follow it and that shit backfires, and then you tell me that it backfired, no, I can't live at peace then. What I will say is, you reach out to me on LinkedIn and we can take this further from here on. Because right now, if I say it from my standpoint, that you are saying that one niche alone won't help, that can be true, that can't be true. It all depends on you and the kind of services that you are offering. Because if you, like, I am also in one niche. It took me 3 years as well to figure out I want to niche down into it. But for those 3 years, I was doing something side by side and my interest got built in here. Like you said that it took you 3 years to find out this one niche, but I don't know what all you have done in the last 3 years. Right? And yeah, you are right. If you are offering optimization services for 2 or 3 different niches, your ideal clientele is going to be confused. But then again, you can make it different. Like, see, my Web3 profile, like my LinkedIn profile, for clients, it is not for a Web3 perspective. For freelancers, it is from a freelance perspective. So as Web3, it serves as my portfolio. But for freelancers, my profile is kind of your daily go-to. So then you will have to come up with something of this stuff. Yep, I like, in all seriousness, I'll still say, if you want, just reach out to me on LinkedIn and we can take it from there on, because I'll strongly restrain myself from saying anything ahead of this. And if you don't want to reach out because of some issues and all that stuff, then I'll simply say just go with it. Whatever you are feeling like, just go ahead with it. Yeah. So it's better. Like, see, there is one very simple motto. It's better to stay quiet if you can't say something that's going to actually help the other person. Criticism or doing other kind of shit won't help. And in this case, definitely won't take a shot, man, because this is a man's career who has actually spent a lot of time to find out a niche and all that stuff. So yeah, Next up, we have Mahika, and the question goes like, wow, okay, so I have an exam next month, a government job, bank exam, which I studied nothing. Ay, nice. What I'm doing instead is writing tech blogs. Okay, that's good. I have writing skills and a tech background, so I combined both. Oh, seems like my story. Like I also had writing skills and then I combined my commerce background. But even after years of freelancing, I'm still earning INR 10,000 per month. Okay, I want to make it 1 lakh a month before the results of my exams are announced. Can you help me out? So you say you have years of experience in freelancing, but you are still at 10K. And now you have got your exams next month. Keeping in mind government exam results, they come up somewhere between 3, 4, or 6 months, and then you want to get up to 1 lakh. And in years you haven't done it. Okay, so first of all, here is how we are gonna play this out, because the figure is actually achievable. But for that, again, this is the reason why I have paid consultancies, because you see, right now this video is going so long that even I didn't thought that it is going to be so long, because I deep dive into each and every person's history, past, and then decide what future course of action they should take. Not promoting paid consultancy. No. Okay, this is how we are gonna play it out, Maika. That is, first of all, you sit down. You write down everything that you did in freelancing for the last few years. How many years I don't know. You should have been, see, this is something you should have included. Like you said, many years of freelancing, right? After years of freelancing, so okay, I don't know how many years. What all you did, I need to know that. How you reached out to, how many clients you pitched, how consistent you were, what all approaches you took, where all you applied for, what kind of niches you were catering to. I need all the stuff. I need all the information. After that, what we are going to do is, after that, you're going to sit down, you're going to figure out that in those years, if you were serious or not. Then, if you were serious, what didn't worked out? And if you were serious, then what didn't worked out and what all worked out? And then we are going to double down on everything that worked out. And then we can think about something of 1 lakh per month or something like that. But right now, what I would say to you is, instead of keeping your government job exams on a back seat, okay, consider it a advice from somebody who has been through the same thing. Your freelancing stuff can backfire. Your exams, they are held every year. You will waste one whole year. So be very cautious while you are actually taking this decision, because in all fun and all, I said that okay, you have studied nothing, but you should actually study and you should sit in the exam, because once if you clear that exam, this freelancing stuff can go on side by side. Because right now, what you are saying is that you are earning 10K a month and you have to scale it up to 1 lakh. That is 10 times more than what you are currently at. That simply means whatever you are currently doing, you have to do at least 20 times of it to get to that result. Like, am I making sense? Or like, I should make sense only to you, not to the other people. And if you are somebody who is not interested in this answer, you can just skip it, because I gotta have a word with her right now. Okay, so just focus on the exam, because these things can wait. Your exam, that will waste a whole year. Even if you take a backseat in your freelancing career for 2-3 months and prepare for the exam, you can catch up real soon. But in exams, that's not the case. So do this. After that, reach out to me once your exams are over, and then we can figure out the stuff. Because right now, I don't want you to be sailing in two boats, because the ones who did it, including me, you always drown. Because after a certain point, you are left with no other option. You simply drown. The ways goes like. So I hope that makes sense. Yep, and you are the one that I would have answered the most seriously in this video. So do not feel bad about it. Do not feel anything else. No hard feelings. Just focus on the exam first. Okay, so that is pretty much it. My health ain't allowing me to scale it more up from here on. It's 2:30 a.m. in the night right now. So if your questions got answered, do hit a like. If you didn't got answered, do leave a comment and I'll answer in the comments, because I think my consistency streak is about to be broken now because of the health. But yeah, that is pretty much it. No fancy CTS or something like that. I'm myself willing to see, like, at this point of time, how this multi-angle thing worked out. Okay, so that is pretty much it for this Q&A video. Now, before leaving, let's set this out for once and all. English or Hindi on this channel? Write it down in the comment section. Just let me know what it is and what it should be. Because I think personally English works, because eventually you are going to go international and you have to get English there. So it's better I prepare you for the accent and hearing right now only. But on the other hand, if I have to make you understand, there is nothing better than Hindi, right? क्योंकि तेरे एक बार ही में समझ घुस जाएगी, भेजे में बात चली जाएगी. So let me know कौन सा बेटर रहेगा.